Tavat prasanno Bhagavan. Tavat means then, after performing the great austerities for how many years? 10,000 years. Then prasanno Bhagavan. Bhagavan is referred to the Lord. Prasanno means he became pleased. And the Lord further description is given. Pushkaraksha. Pushkar aksha. Pushkar means lotus. The Pushkar place is there. It is said that this Pushkar place, the lotus is fallen. So Pushkar aksha kirte yoge. When this incident happened, kirte yoge. Kirte yadhyaito pumsham in Satya-yuga. Then, so this incident happened in the Satya-yuga, Lord being pleased. So when Lord was pleased, what he did? Darshyam as tam chatta. Darshyam as means showed him. Tam is referred to Kardama Muni. So Kardama Muni could able to see the Dadat Bapu. Dadat Bapu means transcendental form. And Prabhupada is mentioning the purport is not an imaginary form. It's not some concocted their mind, the Lord will like this, so Lord has come this form. And that form was Dadat Bapu, that form where it is mentioned Śābdaṁ Brahma in the Vedic literatures. Śābdaṁ means the words. Brahma means is referred to the Vedic. So which is being referred or which is given into the Vedas. And Chatta is referred to Vidura, O Vidura. So the Kardama Muni could able to see the transcendental form of the Lord. And we must know it's not at all imaginary, which is already has given. So Lord has very definite form. Not like Mayavadis, Prabhupada has mentioned the purport. They think whichever form you want, you can imagine. Like Sandhana, Mayavadi is a Panchopashana. One of Vishnu also. And for them, there's a means. It's not the end. They say ki because you cannot concentrate on the impersonal form, so you require something to concentrate. So Vishnu, Shiva, Ganesha, and Brahma and Surya. These 5 forms they say. Panchopashana. And they say ki on the process when you actually realize Brahman, then you throw up this form. But here is very clearly mentioning bhagavatam ki Lord has a very definite transcendental form. And that is not he concocted, imagined, which is actually Satchit Ananda form. So Lord has a transcendental form. So, and that transcendental form is a definite form. That always we should remember. It's not anything and everything we can concoct. And the difference is between a deity form, deity is called spiritualized form. Like a marble deities we have brass deities, Panchaloha deities. So it's spiritualized. But what Kardama saw is actually transcendental form of the Lord, who descended from the spiritual world. And how Kardama could be able to see? Because Lord was pleased by his not only austerities, Prabhupada has wrote in the previous few back in the purports, by austerities and also his devotion. So Lord's form can be seen, can be perceived by only through devotion, not only by austerities. Any amount of austerities, any amount of Vedic knowledge, any amount of dana, tapa, will not please the Lord. Only the Lord will get pleased by bhakti, devotion and love. Bhaktyamam abhijanati. If one speculate to understand the Lord, he can never able to understand the Lord. Who we have to speculate? Even Brahma is saying, Jnane priyaso udpas namante eva. Jnana priyasa. Jnana means other than bhakti, if you try by any endeavor, all endeavor, speculation is considered topmost endeavor. So that's the reason Jnane Priyasa. By Jnana Priyasa, you try to understand by his intelligence, by your brain, then it is never able to understand. So even Brahma is saying in the Brahma Memo Leela after, he said, one should throw away, give up the form, give up the method of understanding through his own fertile intelligence. So Udpasham is given up. So Jnane Pratpas. Then what do one should do? Namanteva. Namante means become very humble. So Lord can be understood by only the humble devotees. So we have to throw off all so-called different method. On the Vedic landscape, there are many spiritual methods being mentioned, even Vedas. But Lord can be seen, can be understood through only called bhakti. Vedeshu durlavam adurlavam atma bhakto. Vayur athapi manusho muni pungava. One can try whatever method, but unless he come to bhakti, then only he could able to see or can understand. Like last class we have discussed, seeing the Lord and hearing the Lord, touching the Lord is no difference. He is absolute plain. Seeing, touching, hearing, there's no difference. So Prabhupada says, when you hear Hare Krishna mantra, actually you are seeing the Lord. And Prabhupada is mentioning in the Purport, the 2 points are very significant. The first is that Kardama Muni attained success by yoga practice and beginning of Satya-yuga. Even he had done so much austerity, even bhakti devotion also, for how many? 10,000 years. So Satya-yuga, they had that long span of time, 1 lakh years they could able to live. But we have very now, fraction of years. There's a maximum 100 years, but that too also now very difficult to live in for 100 years. And it is said that how he understood to the Śābdaṁ Brahma. So that na Vedeshu durlabha adulvat bhakto. Vedeshu sarvir aham eva vedya. So actually all the Vedic knowledge is meant to understand Krishna. So that Śābdaṁ Brahma is given to us Sampradaya by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So Hare Krishna Mahamantra, by this process, which even Kardama Muni could able to see, we also can see the Lord's form. And this is the mercy of the Lord, because Lord Satchitananda form cannot be seen by the mundane eyes. But if Lord wishes, by the mercy of the Lord, even one can see the Lord form in these eyes. Ataha Sri Krishna Madina Bhavit Grayam Indriya Sevan Mukhi Jivado Suyam Ev Spurtriyada. We can never force the Lord, I want to see you. What, even for devotion, if you do, millions of years if you do, you cannot make. Krishna is not forced by any our action. That's the reason Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur Maharaj used to say, Krishna is autocrat. The autocrat means he cannot be put any condition on the Lord. Something like Tana Sai, whatever he thinks, whatever he wills, he will do. You cannot force Krishna with any condition. I have done so much Nam Japa, so much Seva to you, please, I wish to see you. No. By his own will, he revealed to his dear devotees. So much so that, how he revealed, that's his, Brahma is saying, Jnane Pryaso Udupasyanamante eva Jivanti Sanmukharitam Bhavati Bharatam. Bharatam means the Lord's, his Leela, his holy name. Sanmukharitam, hearing from the pure devotee, like Srila Prabhupada. Isthane sthiti surtigatam tanuman manover. So there's no need to go anywhere here and there. Be situated wherever you are. Just keep hearing about Krishna. Attentively hear the holy name. Madhupana Prabhu says always chant distinctly, clearly, and hear it. So one of the quotes now which we hear in the morning sometime about holy name, it is said that when you attentively hear, automatically the Krishna Leela will manifest in your heart like a television, Prabhupada says. Actually, when you see, you are seeing. So the holy name has that potency embedded in the holy name, all the Leelas of Krishna. So when we are chanting Hare Krishna, that's Harināma Prabhupada says, do not try to artificially remember. See, remembering and seeing, there's a difference. See, we are remembering something, but actually they see. Premanjan chotir bhakti bilochanena santa sadev hirdeshu bilokayanti yam sham sundram achintya guna sarupam govindamadi purusham tam aham bhajan. Actually they see the form. They see the Leelas of the Lord. So how this will happen? Already is there. Krishna Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Krishna Bhaktis Sadha Kabu Noe. It's not artificially you have to bring something. The process is there. But once we become pure, Cheto Darpan Maja happen, actually the whole knowledge, whole Krishna's wonderful pastime will manifest in our heart. Shravadi Suddha Chitta Karyodaya. Like a sun rises, similarly the knowledge, Dibbigyan Hridaya Prakashite. So one place Bhagavatam said, why I am writing these books? So that you can understand. There's no way to understand through this knowledge. You can understand the Lord by the holy name. So that you can develop the firm faith in the holy name. There's no other way. Harināma. Evi kevalam. Khalo nastyo gatiranita. The 4 exact is given. Harinam 3 times. Kev evalam. Then nastyo. Then gatiranita. There's no other way. So our firm faith on the words of his spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. And in Brahma is saying, Krishna's definite form is saying, Velum Kholantam Arvind Dalak Lakshram Barha Basantam Asitam Sundaragangam Khandarva Kamni Govindam Adipurusham Tamham Bhajami. So Velum Kholantam, he is playing the flute. Arvind Dalak, his eyes are lotus-eyed, Krishna's. And Barha means the peacock feather on his ornament to his head. Sundarangam is beautiful, his limbs are very attractive. Kandharva Koti Kamni, in the millions of Cupid, the Kand, their beauty is like a Jugnu ke saman, front of Krishna. And when the sun rises, you cannot see the Jugnu will become fat. Even Krishna says, when Krishna wears the ornament, generally people wear ornament so that they look beautiful. But when Krishna wears the ornaments become beautiful. So that's the beauty of Krishna, that's the opulence of Krishna. So that particular form which Kardama see, all of us we can see by following the rigid process given by Srila Prabhupada. Even when Krishna showed the universal form to Arjuna in the 11th chapter, and the last Arjuna is saying, or Krishna is saying, Naham Vedir na tapasa na danena na chejya sak evam vibho drastum drastvan asimam yatha. So he's saying, the form you are seeing with your transcendental eyes cannot be understood simply by studying the Vedas, nor by undergoing serious penances, nor by charity, nor by worship. It is not by these means that one can see me as I am. So after universal form, then Krishna sought which form? 400 form. Sankh Chakra Gadapada. Then Krishna converted to call 200 form. So he's saying this beautiful form of 200 form, Shyamsundara, cannot be even worshipping, charity, penance, and studying the Vedas cannot be seen. Krishna first appeared before his parents. Prabhupada is writing the Purport, just a few lines. Krishna first appeared before his parents, Devaki and Vasudeva, in a 400 form. The beautiful description if you read in the even Krishna book and others book. So when Krishna appeared, when Krishna took birth, appeared in the 400 form, then he transformed himself into the 200 form by the request of Devaki, Mother Devaki. This mystery is very difficult to understand for those who are atheists or who are devoid of devotional service. Only through seva, only through bhakti, we can able to understand. In Kali-yuga is a so pathetic scenario. Even we cannot concentrate on one thing. Mind is restless. So you want to put one mind in certain thing, you cannot for a long time. Mind is very restless. Keep thinking and number. That's the reason Arjuna is accepting. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna Madi balabhadram tasyaham nirgaham manni varistu dushkaram. So actually, when we want to hear Hare Krishna mantra, we are not able to hear. Only few beats. Sometimes we focus a lot and few beats. Afterwards, it runs again. So what is the main reason our mind is restless? See, unless we understand the problem, we are not able to find the solution. Let's try, concentrate. We cannot. Vyosatmaka buddhi ekah kuru nandana bahusakhaya Anantshesha. So the main, our mind, why is a chanchala? Because it's always making plans for sense gratification. How I can be happy, how can I enjoy this material world, how I can be glorified, how can I become the center of attraction, and lot of, if somebody is more than you, then we develop envy, jealousy. So these are the drawbacks which we have. And as long as mind is always thinking how to pull down someone, how to become more famous, how to do all sense gratification, because they are very much embedded in our mind. So that's because when we start thinking, mind start, or different planning is happening. So that's the reason it is said, unless we come out from sense gratification thought. For that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu suggests, Trinat api sunichena taror api sas amanina manedena kirtaniya. So when we are able to chant the holy name, when actually we become truly humble to the heart. Prabhupada says one prayer, humble means there is no sense gratification thought. Jive daya Krishna nam e dharmasar. Godru mein Nityanand. That's verses last says, Jive daya Krishna nam e dharmasar. The whole is that we are able to understand the holy name, we are able to chant, and we try to preach holy name. For scholars who have simply studied Vedic literature by the way of grammatical knowledge or mere academic qualification, Krishna is not possible to understand. Nor is he understood by persons who officially go to temple to offer worship. They make their visit, but they cannot understand Krishna as he is. Krishna can be understood only through path of devotional service, as explained by Krishna himself. Then further, the next Krishna is saying, Bhaktya tva ananyaya sakya aham evam vidhu arjuna gyatum drastum cha tattvena pravishtum cha parantapa. So bhaktya tu ananya sakya. So ananya means it's said without any deviation, without any other process. Sakya means possible. Aham eva vida, as I am there. So my dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service. Undivided means undivided attention. Pyusatmaka buddhi eka kuru nandana. Our undivided attention will come when actually we are get rid of all kind of foolish contamination, which is called sense gratification, thoughts in the process. So only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. Can be seen directly. If you develop undivided attention on Krishna, then actually we'll be able to see Krishna directly. Only in this way. There's no other way. Only in this way can we enter in the mysteries of my understanding. Janma karma chame divyam evam yo vitti tattata tyakta deham punarjan neti mameti savarjan. So our mind always should fix on Krishna's service, Krishna's holy name. Krishna can be understood only by process of undivided devotional service. Ananyas chintanto mam e jana pariyupashate tesam nityabhyuktaram yogakshemam. If somehow we must have faith, if I serve Krishna with undivided devotion, then Krishna will preserve what we have, and Krishna will provide whatever you require for service. The conviction, the faith you must have. Whatever you require, Krishna will give you. He explicitly explained this in this verse so that unauthorized commentator who try to understand Bhagavad Gita by speculative process will know that they are simply wasting their time. No one can understand Krishna or how he came from parents in a four-handed form and at once changed himself into the two-handed form. These things are very difficult to understand by study of the Vedas or by philosophical speculation. Even by reading also we cannot understand. This knowledge has to be revealed. Bhakti Siddhant Thakur Maharaj used to say, which Prabhupada repeats as well, कि do not try to see Krishna. Do not try to see Krishna. Work such a manner that Krishna comes and see you. Krishna is very eager to see his pure devotees. So much so that he is eager to serve his pure devotees. Like in the Krishna Leela we have seen, Krishna is carrying the padukas, slippers of Nanda Maharaj. On his head. The Lord is everything resting on him. Nothing exists beyond him. Matta partaram nanyat kinchit asti dhananjaya. That Lord willingly wished to serve his dear devotees. Yashoda Maya is showing the stick, Krishna is crying. Krishna, Yashoda Maya binding the Krishna. Sabri is giving junta veil to Krishna, to Lord Ram. So that devotion, that love we must have for Krishna, then only. So that therefore it is clearly stated here that no one can see him or enter into the understanding of these matters. Those who, however, are very experienced students of Vedic literature can learn about him from Vedic literature so many ways. So there are so many rules and regulations. If one at all wants to understand Krishna, he must follow the process given by authorized acharyas. So the Srila Prabhupada has given the short path. By following the path given by Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada says, guarantee. Prabhupada says, I will take you back to God. Thank you very much accepting my spiritual master. Just follow what I say. So Prabhupada says the greatest penance or tapa is to hear about Krishna's glories, hear the holy name. So the tapasya, the penance which is recommended for us by our sampradaya, to hearing about Krishna, to hear the holy name. All other penance are subsidiary. Lord Chaitanya was appreciated by Rupa Goswami as the most munificent man of charity because love of Krishna, which is very, very difficult to achieve. See, what our sampradaya is giving is beyond imagination. Even one place Prabhupada writes, even the Brahma and Shiva, they cannot have a glimpse of Krishna Prema, which is given by Srila Prabhupada, by our sampradaya. Was distributed freely by him. So much, just saying you follow this little process. Prabhupada has given the whole system. Get early morning, nice attend Mangala Aarati, chant the holy name, participate in the Kirtan, hear it from bhagavatam, take prasadam, do whatever service you can do. If one stick to this process sincerely, seriously, willingly, then Prabhupada sure, Prabhupada will take us back to God. The faith and conviction also has to be in the words of spiritual master. And Prabhupada is saying further in this, so if one gives some amount of his money to the persons involved in distributing Krishna consciousness, that charity given to spread Krishna consciousness is the greatest charity in this world and definitely will achieve the mercy of Krishna. So even if somebody is giving some money to spread the glories of Krishna, he is a very, very glorious person. Prabhupada is mentioning in the temples in India, there are always some statues. So that is it's a chance to progress by offering worship and respect to Krishna. For the beginners in devotional service to be Lord, temple worship is essential so that mind can be gradually, slowly fixed on Krishna. Yasha Devi Para Bhaktir Yatha Deve Tatha Guru Tasyeve Khatitahaya Ratha Prakashante Mahatmana. So all the knowledge will be revealed, Prakashante Mahatmana, in the heart, by having one who has unflinching devotion for Supreme Lord and is directed by the spiritual master, in whom he has similar unflinching faith. As a faith in Krishna, similar faith we should have in Srila Prabhupada. We don't require anything else. And Srila Prabhupada, that faith, Pada says, I will take you back to Godhead. One will say, I will come with you. This is not ordinary statement. we all I have to leave the body. Death has to be there. At that time, if we just call out Prabhupada, Krishna may not come, but Prabhupada will be there for us to take us. That's faith and conviction we must have. So for one who does not take personal training under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master, it is impossible to even begin to understand Krishna. So it's impossible to even begin to understand Krishna. See, Srila Prabhupada, the about the spiritual world, the knowledge is given in this beautiful, wonderful his books. Prabhupada says, unless you read my books, you can never understand Krishna. Will not have firm faith in even the holy name. So that the Śābdaṁ Brahma, it says that the words of a spiritual master. So that is called. So as Krishna has said, and Krishna is repeating many times, no other process will work. And if you do bhakti, if you do devotion to Krishna, all the process, the result you will get even bhakti. Vedeshu yaggeshu tapahashu cheva daneshu yat punya phalam pradishtam ateti tad sarvam idam viditva yogi param isthanam upeti chadyam. So it is said, even Krishna is saying in the 8th chapter this. He said, then he is repeating in that 11th chapter in a opposite way. So he's saying nothing will help. Here he is saying, if you do bhakti, yogi param isthanam upeti, he will go back to Godhead. And full of Vedeshu yaggeshu tapasu cheva daneshu yut pun phalam pradishtam. So saying, a person who accepts the path of devotional service is not bereft of result, derived from studying the Vedas, performing sacrifices, undergoing austerities, giving charity, or pursuing philosophical speculation and fruitive activity. Simply by performing devotional service, he attains all these, and at the end he reaches the supreme eternal abode of Krishna. And we can eternally live with the Krishna, the Golok Dham. So and Prabhupada is very clearly mentioning this purport. One has to study the Vedas, Vedic literature under the guidance of a spiritual master. Then only. So only the pure devotee can impregnate, even by hearing. So sometimes Prabhupada says, Prabhupada is giving only simple instructions. Prabhupada many times repeats, control the senses. We are not the bodies. We are the spirit soul. But when we hear from it penetrates to the heart. It touches the soul. And when we keep touching the instruction of Guru, then our heart will become purified. And yesterday we had Advaita Acharya's Prince Day. So that famous thing it says, Tulsi dal matrena jalas chulkena va vikrinate swayam atmanam bhaktebhyo bhaktavatsala. ए श्लोकार्थ आचार करेन विचारन कृष्ण के तुलसी जल दे ए जना ता ऋण शोधते कृष्ण करेन चिंतना. जल तुलसी समा किछु घरे नाही धना. Krishna is trying to chintana, If somebody offer even a small tulsi leaves and little water, chulukenava, Krishna gives himself, he starts thinking, how can I liquidify his, इसके ऋण को कैसे चुकाना है? And Krishna says, I don't have anything to, that's the love Krishna. If anyone offer with love, love is important. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, even if somebody does not tulsi leaves, then Krishna patram puspam, any leaf. If you do not tulsi leaf, any leaf you offer. Somebody says, I don't even leave also. Then Krishna says, man mana badbhakto mujhe maam namas. Simply pay obeisance to Krishna. By the simple act of paying obeisance to Krishna with devotion, Krishna gets purchased by his devotee. So I just read a small pastime and then I'll finish up. One day, Mother Sachi saw something in dream. So one day, Sachi Mata has a dream. She secretly related the whole story to her son Vishambara. So she had seen some dream, then she is relating that dream to the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was very young boy, Vishambara. She said, "At the end of night, I saw both you and Nityananda in dream. Both of you were 5-year-old boys, fighting, running all around the house." So saying, I saw the dream that you and Nityananda, 5-year-old boy, and you are running and fighting here and there. Then I saw both of you enter the deity room. Sachi Mata used to worship particular deities. Which deities she used to worship? She has a particular deities she used to worship. She used to worship Krishna Balaram. So she had a deities of Krishna Balaram at his house. So then I saw both of you enter the deity room and came out with the deities of Krishna Balaram. So see in the dream, the Ghar Nithai, small 5, they went in the house and they took the deity. Nityananda held Krishna in his hand. Nityananda took Krishna. And you, he's saying to the Vishambara, you had Balarama in your hand. I clearly saw all 4 of you fighting among yourself. So they start fighting Ghar Nithai and Krishna Balaram. Why fighting was what? Why they were fighting? Then the deities Krishna Balaram said in angry mood, "Who are you? 2 pretenders? Get out from here. This house is mine. This room, milk, sandesh, yogurt, everything else in this house belongs to us." Who's saying? Krishna Balaram. God, get out. This all. So when the offering was happening, so Krishna was enjoying. So then Nityananda said, "Those days are gone when you used to steal and eat butter and yogurt. The power of cowherd boys is finished. Now the rule of Brahma is in force." So now recognize us and give up accepting all the offering of sandesh you try. If you don't give up out of love, then we'll beat you. So Nityananda is saying this love with to Krishna Balaram. Now if you steal offering, who is going to leave you alone? Both Krishna and Balaram replied, "Don't blame us. We are going to bind up both of you pretenders right now." Then Balarama challenged Nityananda in angry mood, "If you play mischief with us, then I sure on Krishna that you will have to face the consequences." Nityananda replied, "I am not afraid of your Krishna. My Lord is Nagor Chandra." Vishambara, like this, all four of you quarreled among yourselves and ate foodstuffs by snatching from one another. I also saw someone snatch a morsel from the other's hand and eat it. छोड़ा के एक से खा लिया. Then Nityananda called me. Then Nityananda in the dreams he is calling, Mother, please give me some rice to eat. I am feeling very hungry. Just then I woke up from my sleep. In fact, I could not understand anything. So I told you about my dream. Hearing his mother, Lord Vishambara smiled and spoke to her in a sweet voice. O mother, you indeed had an auspicious dream. But please don't tell this to anyone else. Now I am firmly convinced the deities at your house are directly the Supreme Personality of Godhead. She was worshipping Krishna Balaram. My heart has become more strengthened by hearing your dream. While offering food to the Lord, I repeatedly found half of the food missing. So actually the Lord used to come and eat. So many times Vishambara saw half of the food is missing. But out of shyness, I did not tell this to anyone. Mother Sachi. Actually, I had a doubt on your daughter-in-law. So maybe Lakshmi this is eating half. But today, the doubt is removed from my mind. So on hearing her husband's words, Lakshmi Priya, who is directly the goddess of fortune, simply smiled. She heard all about the dream from inside the room. Vishambara said, Mother, please listen. I will at once invite Nityananda and feed him. Hearing the words of her son, she became very pleased and began to arrange for the lunch for Garnatai. So the Lord has very intimate pastime. So Lord wished to serve his devotee and wished to share the glorious his Leela with his dear devotees. So here we have seen the Kardama Muni could able to see the divine transcendental form, which is actually the Lord is in the Vaikuntha world, and that's not the imagery. Lord is definite form. So that form can be understood by our devotion service, and that devotion service is recommended for us by the chanting the holy name, hearing about his wonderful leelas from the pure devotees. So I will stop here. Grintaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Go Prem Nande Hari Hari Go.